Hello everybody, and welcome back to Kinkoi, Sylvie's route. Let's go. During class. The details of these lessons tailored to those with a T-score over 70, which I couldn't begin to understand as it went into one ear and out the other.
All I know is what the T-virus is.
Oh no, she's got it. Sylvie was seated in front of me and diligently taking notes.
Mm-hmm.
She let out a shriek. She's transforming. Not the bees!
Ah!
It was immediately clear to me in the seat near her. It was a wasp, and an unseasonably massive wasp at that. It had gotten to the classroom through the skylight, likely in search of refuge from the cool November weather.
Suzumebachi!
Wasps don't normally,
The bug freely buzzed its way around the room. That happens later.
Damn it, I was gonna say that.
The entire classroom instantly bugged out. Paper wasps weren't especially dangerous, but they were so much more gigantic than honeybees that they were simply scary.
Okay, that's true.
It's like how mosquito hawks look like giant mosquitoes but are actually harmless. The uproar only spread despite the teacher's attempts.
Mina, 落ち着いてください.
She just
catches it with like 2 fingers and that's it.
One brave woman stood up to exterminate it. But the wasp must have sensed the knight's bloodlust and promptly sped up toward the skylight it came in through. Or put another way, towards Sylvie.
Oh,
Sylvie-sama!
Dodge! The wasp bolted straight for Sylvie. So I grabbed it without thinking.
ow!
And for my trouble, I got stung in the palm. I hurled the wasp at the window. After slamming into it, the wasp tottered its way out the window.
Ow! Ow!
Crap, I just remembered I'm allergic to bees!
Ouro, 刺されたの?
Yep, sure did. I can't stand shots. Give me a break.
どうしよう、どうしましょう。Elle、病院に連絡。はい。
Wait, do they not have medical facilities?
Oh, I guarantee you they do.
Oh, yeah, okay.
The school nurse's office will be fine.
保健室ね。わかったわ。先生、私とオールは早退します。はい。
No, I can go alone.
She dragged me along by the hand.
やるじゃん、オーロ。今回ばかりは感謝しかありません。
Are you guys still talking? I can't hear you. I've been dragged out of the classroom.
それに、シルビー様のためと見るや、自分の怪我も顧みずかばった。このとっさの判断力が素晴らしい。騎士院に欲しいくらいです。よかった。オーロが死んでしまうかと思ったわ。
Do they not have wasps in Sortilege? What kind of wasp do you guys have?
I was gonna say, maybe they don't, actually.
Yeah, that could be.
Because, like, it could be just too cold of a climate to ever get them.
You have a good point.
That was pretty dangerous, huh?
According to the nurse, Shiromiya-sensei, paper wasps were a species not unlikely to cause death through anaphylactic shock. I had an idea of what anaphylactic shock was. The thing where you're fine on the first sting, but your life could be in danger on subsequent stings due to the antibodies produced, right? I would apparently have to be careful going forward.
ごめんね、オーロ。私のために。
No, it was my own choice.
オーロ。
Oh, sorry if I sound like crap in this video. I'm in quarantine and a little bit sick, but you know, it's all good.
He's just in character from getting stung by the wasp.
Yeah.
オーロ、かっこよかったわよ。
I was just kind of showing off, to be honest. Wasn't grabbing a wasp barehanded pretty awesome?
え？それに思い出したわ。昔もこんなことあったなーって。ほらオーラ、キャンプでも私のところに来たミツバチから私をかばって刺されたじゃない。
Huh?
あの時のオールもかっこよかったわ。オール？
I got stung twice. I'm gonna die. The shot's gonna kill me.
I can see the light. I'm coming, Elizabeth.
落ち着いて。あの時はミツバチだったから。
Oh, yeah. I see. Yeah, that scared me.
今のはかっこよくなかったわ。
We were doing so well. Thinking back on it now terrified me. I hate bees! But I really did manage to act cool at critical moments, and then immediately backpedal and decrease my coolest factor by a huge portion. Oops.
へえ、シルビーをかばって。かっこいいじゃん。
Right?
I showed her where I had gotten stung, somewhat proudly.
What do you think? That's a battle scar right there. Amazing, isn't it?
自慢するとこはかっこ悪いな。
Now it's just getting complicated.
Rhea giggled in spite of me. By the sound of it, Rhea was impressed by what I'd done today, too.
So, like, when the wasp swept in to attack Sylvie, the heroic spirit inside of me awakened.
Okay.
しつけえな、こいつ。
Oh, we're even still talking to her. I thought we were at least talking to somebody else.
Oh no, it's way funnier that we're not. She's just been hearing about this for like an hour.
Well, good thing we're not on her route. On the way home with Rhea.
ちょっとプリンになってきてるね。そうですかね。でも、これくらいで染めるってのも。まあ、願掛けに染めてるだけなら気にするほどでもないかな。
I spotted Reina and Akane-chan.
What are you two talking about?
先輩、お帰りなさいです。
She went stiff the second she saw Rhea. I see. A pacifist like Akane-chan was afraid of the currently suspended delinquent. She was a nuisance without even speaking a word, so Rhea took her leave. There was probably no need to pack her up. More importantly...
Was this about roots?
I went back to their topic at hand. Or at head.
はい。これ。
She stroked Akane-chan's hair.
髪が伸びてきちゃって、根っこが黒いからさ、どのくらいで染め直すかって。
Reina's dye job was obvious, but it appeared Akane-chan dyed her hair too. I was wondering about that.
I'm actually surprised. I didn't
I know. I was like,
think she did.
what had she said again? It was part of her charm or something, apparently. Akane-chan's hair had gotten longer, and her dark roots were clearly visible. The contrast between her black and bright-colored hair reminded me of pudding. Okay.
Dyeing hair sounds like a pain.
まあね。
But pudding sounds delicious.
オーロって髪染めたことない人？
Nope.
そういや転校してきたばっかりの頃は短かったもんね。染めるほど髪ないか。私もここまで気を使うとは。
I doubt I'd ever dye my hair. Sounds like a huge pain.
Although I knew people who had dyed their hair before, I had no idea why they even bothered.
情けないの二人とも。
No, we're not. You're lame. Reina shrugged her shoulders, seemingly exasperated.
別に髪を染めろとは言わないけど、おしゃれは人間がする最も原始的な文化行動だぜ。
Well, someone sounds awfully high and mighty about this. I think you're just trying to show off.
そうだよ。
Can't argue with that.
Yeah. My retaliatory reply was a little mean, but Reina proudly puffed out her chest and was brimming with confidence. It fills her with determination. She held up her beautifully dyed hair and said,
かっこつけてる。それだけ。それがいいんじゃん。人間はかっこつけてこそ人間っしょ。オーロのそれと同じ。
She pointed toward my hand.
Oh, okay.
I know, that was a little ambiguous there for a second, wasn't it? Specifically the spot where the wasp had stung me.
Thoughts. It was to save Sylvie, so it was a noble cause, and not because I wanted to show off.
The bragging that followed, though, that was to show off.
The 1 hour of bragging to Rhea, a little bit showing off.
just a little.
こっちも可愛いレイナちゃんでいることで、オーロやアカネチンを喜ばせようって高尚な理由がある。
Oh, shucks.
I see.
Well, when she put it that way. The fact Reina was attractive, cute, and stylish was partially for her own sake, but it was a plus for those around her too. Everyone would prefer to have a cute girl around rather than an ugly one.
ま、かっこよさで言えば、オーロのそれの方が上だけどね。
Well, at first anyway.
先輩、その傷、どうしたんです？
Well, let me tell you. Akane-chan was far more fixated on the wasp, so there was no further discussion on her hair. But strangely enough, Reina's comment lingered in my head. People are human because they show off, huh? I showed off today for Sylvie. I'd gotten hurt, but it had been for her sake. I was satisfied. People were human because they showed off. I couldn't argue with that logic.
Kinko Loveriche.
Loveriche.
Wasn't sure if you were going to do it.
I always have the energy
どう
to
して
do
俺た
that.
ちを裏切ったんだよ。
Oh shit, you pissed this guy off though.
My bad.
オーロくん。
かっこつけたかったのかよ。
Stop it.
オーロくん、どうして？
Stop it! Ugh.
Morning. Mina-chan was by my bedside as I shot upright.
起こそうとしたらやめろと言って飛び起きるとはなんだか矛盾を感じる目覚めですわね。
Sorry, I was half asleep.
お休みとはいえいつまでも寝ているのは褒められませんわよ。
yeah.
Damn it. It's contagious.
I checked the clock, and it was already around 9 a.m. I normally got up around 6 for radio calisthenics, so this was pretty leisurely of me. Today was a national holiday, Labor Thanksgiving Day. Alright. I wanted to show my appreciation to everyone for their hard work by snoozing away like the carefree student I longed to be, but...
I mean, I'll be honest, that's kind of what I do every May 1st. Is like, oh man, Labor Day, time to go to sleep. Oh wait, what's wrong, Mina-chan? Didn't you mention you had work today or something?
ええ、この後参りますわ。
It may have been a national holiday, but it was business as usual for members of this particular royal family. They apparently had an interview with some musical periodical today. Sylvie was the featured guest, but Mina-chan was going to be part of their photos too. And you could call it work, but they were doing it for free. Their work of the holidays was to promote friendly international relations. Royalty sure was something else. As for me, not only did I skip radio calisthenics, I had been asleep since Mina-chan said she wouldn't be here today.
お客様がおられるので出られる格好か見に来ましたの。したらまだぐーぐー寝ているからゲロたるんでいますわよ。休日こそしゃっきりなさいな。
Sorry.
Scratch, scratch. I scratched inside my clothes. It was sloppy of me, but whatever. Mina-chan nagged at me, for some reason, for a short while.
Nag.
Thanks, Nagatha Christie. I was used to her being witness to my embarrassing moments.
わかるわ。寒くなってきたからお休みはベッドを抜けられないのよね。
Ah, don't look at me! I'm not decent yet!
Ah!
Someone I didn't want to see suddenly came out of the woodwork. Literally.
たるんでいますね。先日の座禅は精神収容になりませんでしたか。
I mean, I was kind of doing the same thing in bed, which is just being asleep.
Now there are two of them! I mean, two of them at that. Two of them at that.
Why are you both here?
今言ったじゃありませんの。お客様が来ていると。
Well, I thought that meant you all have guests.
まあ私のお客ですけれど。すいませんお姉様。ゲローメがお目汚ししましたわ。
Little harsh. It appeared they had come over to spend time with Mina-chan and wanted to take a peek at my room while they were at it.
これが心配で。
Well, if you were worried about the stack of boxes, good news. Still here.
Yeah, we still haven't unpacked, and it's been a month, 2 months?
I don't even know. Long enough for us to get through the common route.
でももうあれは引いたのね。
Please be talking about the wasp injury. Please be talking about the wasp injury. She grabbed hold of my hand that had got stung by the wasp. Come to think of it, not only had the medicine I'd gotten from the nurse's office yesterday eliminated the pain, the swelling had started going down already too. Medical science was astounding these days.
一安心だわ。何の話ですの？
Nothing.
I thought we were gonna walk in here and he was gonna look like Jeff Goldblum in The Fly. I felt fine and there was no reason for me to continue acting cool about it now, even if word were to get out. Sylvie seemed to have gotten the picture, read the mood, and dropped the topic.
オーロの部屋に来るのも久しぶりね。
She switched to a different subject.
ねえねえオーロ、あの指輪の箱はどこ？オローラの箱？
It's on the TV, next to the DVR.
あった懐かしい。
That was like 2 episodes ago.
覚えてる？キロちゃん。あなたと交換した天使さんはここに入っていたのよ。ぐえ？覚えてないわよね。知らないんだもの。
As usual, Sylvie was off in her own little world.
I was hoping for like a question mark Gwe.
Nope, just your standard Gwe.
Anyhow, I'm gonna get changed. Mind stepping out for a second?
お早く。
I drove the 3 of them out. But Kuro-chan stayed and watched me with that empty eyes. What a hectic morning it had been. I didn't mind if Mina-chan saw me acting weird, especially given how she could be, as I was far more concerned of what Elle-san and Sylvie thought of me. At the end of the day, I wasn't really the type of guy who liked showing off. Oops, I better push those thoughts aside and get changed. Knowing Sylvie, she just might go, hey Ouro, and barge in before I gave the okay.
So we know she's gonna charge in about 5 seconds and be like, nah, Ouro.
3, 2, 1.
ねえねえオーラ。
Yahtzee!
Yep.
Half-naked
Look.
noises.
I could write for some of these games. Like,
あら、かわいいパンツ。
Oh, this is where we die.
姫様いけません。
Oh, we're dead. Oh,
ooh.
we're not dead.
Yes, at least she was like, must protect the princess's eyes.
Just shield your eyes! That's just going to be the entire route. It's going to be like,
Oh, it's gonna be like Spaceballs.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. It's my virgin alarm. It's designed to go off before you do.
Oh man, I would love this route so much if that's what it is us trying to get around to Elle-san.
It'd be wise of me to pretend that never happened and finished getting changed.
It's okay now.
ただいま。ごめんね、さっきは。お粗末なものは見せてないでしょうね。
Lady, this is our room.
Maybe I did. Don't blame me for it.
ねえねえ、オーロ。それよりこれ、何？
Oh.
Sylvie opened the ring box and revealed its contents. It contained 4 silver Loveriche emblems. Mine and Ria's emblems specifically. I had forgotten they were inside.
I'm collecting them. Don't lose them. They're important.
はーい。
After confirming that there were 4, she quickly popped the lid shut.
これって、あれよね。チョコボーロの。
Yeah, these are silver ones though. You only need a single golden one, but you can exchange 5 silver for another Kyoto.
グエ。
Yes, another you.
もう4枚も集まってるのね。
I wanted to tell Sylvie that it was only possible due to my collaboration with Soma-kun.
シルビー様から何度か聞いたことがあります。日本のお菓子メーカーのプレゼント企画だとか。
これ、どれくらいの確率で出ますの？
I usually buy 20 packages a year, and I've found 2 in the last 10 years.
No figures came up when I searched for it online, but I'd assume the chances of getting a silver emblem were 1 in 100. Additionally, I had yet to find any reports of someone obtaining a gold emblem.
懐かしいわね、オーラ。
Sylvie stared straight at me with a sweet smile. It was enough to make me grin too.
何か逸話でも？
It's nothing special.
大したことよ。
Well, don't ask us to tell it because we'll get all of the details wrong.
Again?
昔ね、この箱を拾った時、中に金のラブリッチマークが入っていたの。
It sank into a lake, but managed to somehow stay dry. Maybe someone had just lost it.
箱を見つけたのはオーロだったから、オーロのものになって。
A certain princess looked like she really wanted the gold emblem, so I gave it to her.
あれからよね。私とオーロ、イチが仲良くなったのは。
Yeah.
And that was how I met your mother. It was through the incident at the lake that...
Hey, you don't know that that's not how this route ends, by the way.
It's entirely possible.
Because there's actually probably somewhere between 25 and 50% of VN routes I ever play, their epilogue type thing involves the two people with kids.
Yeah. It was through the incident at the lake and that present that I was able to become a princess's friend. A golden Loveriche emblem. I hadn't seen another in the decade since, but it was a cheap price to pay to become friends with a princess. Incidentally, she immediately exchanged it for her prize, and it arrived just before Sylvie returned to her home country.
私にとってのキロちゃんは、オーロたちとの友情の証なの。へえ。何度かお聞きしています。素敵なお話ですね。
Oh, so even you knew the details better than us.
I thought she was like, what's his name? Is it Janusz in Ghostbusters 2? I have heard all of this.
でしょ？ぐえ。
Even Kuro likes the story. Sylvie gently held the box against her chest and smiled. I, on the other hand, didn't have any particular attachment to that toy.
What?
However, she seemed to be as attached to it as the ring box.
ちょっといい？
Sure.
One. I opened the box back up for her. She didn't ordinarily wear it, but she did apparently carry it with her. She took out the golden ring.
これをね、最後まで確かめられなかったのがずっと心残りだったの。
Plop. There was a pedestal made of white felt inside of the box with a long, thin groove designed to hold a ring. She placed hers inside.
ぴったり。この指輪、この箱に合うように作ったのよ。相馬くんと。へえ、それは初耳です。
Same here.
作ってる途中で他の目的もできたけど。
Go figure.
お姉様、そろそろお時間が。あら？
Yeah, didn't you have work?
Royalty had it rough, even on holidays.
もっとオーロとおしゃべりしたいのに。
You won't get rid of us that easily.
年に2回だけ許されてる特別休暇使っちゃおうかしら。
What's that all about?
姫様にはほぼプライベートがありませんので、さすがにどうしてもという時にはどんな用事でもキャンセルしてよいと約束しているのです。
年に2回だけね。
Oof.
2 vacation days a year, huh? That's pretty abysmal.
It really is.
ですがシルビー様、急なことでは市松殿にもご迷惑です。
Yeah, it's fine by me, really.
That pretty much just summarizes their entire relationship.
いいって？
ダメです。
Womp womp. Sylvie really didn't want to leave. Forcing her to go was a little sketchy, but it didn't make her work any less important. All I could do was clam up and avoid taking sides.
ですがお姉様、今日の取材、龍蔵寺から頼まれてのことではありませんでした？そうだったかしら。
Ryozoji, that sounds like the name of a temple.
そういう広告会社があるのです。日本では有名なはずですが。
Ah, but you underestimate our lack of observational skills.
Look, is it the name of probably something baseball or an eroge? If not, I don't know what it is. I have no interest in advertising companies.
Only money.
うちと懇意なところだから頼まれると断れないのよ。城ヶ崎殿いらっしゃるでしょう。彼女とも縁がありますので。
Ah.
Yeah, now that you mention it.
She was the daughter of the president of a TV station, wasn't she?
それに彼女もよ。マリア・ビショップ。彼女のテレビ出演なんかは龍蔵寺のマネージャーに通してのものであることが多いわ。
Oh yeah, what's her face? I think. Maybe?
Yeah, Ria's person. I don't remember what her name was.
I don't remember either. How about that? I had no idea. She gave off this solitary impression, like she was doing everything all her own. Then again, people like that could never make it onto TV these days.
She sounds like a capable person.
ま、扱いきれてるとは言いかねますけれど。
Jokasaki or Maria Bishop?
Yes.
奔放さも売りになるマリア・ビショップ殿と違い、こちらは仕事のキャンセル一つに理由付けが大変です。シルビー様、どうか。はいはい。ごめんなさい、オーロ。行かなきゃいけないみたい。
Yeah, work is important.
This conversation was finally coming to an end.
If you want to chat, I'll keep you company anytime.
I tried to see her off with a smile. But...
いつでも？
I planned to lounge around my room all day, so we can hang out after if you want.
We're just going to get dragged along now. Da 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 da.
Copyright strike.
It's not that close.
休みだってのに近くのヘリが低空しててうっさい。
What? I can't hear you.
What? I don't...
シルビー、ヘリうるさい。
Yeah, where's the fancy stealth technology?
はーい、今出るわ。
Drag, drag.
およ、大荷物だね。
Drag, drag.
I'm luggage.
Yep.
Could you not drag me?
Yeah, you could at least put roller skates on our feet so we're easier to move.
男一人持ってくなんて大荷物だこと。
Maybe you haven't been paying attention. We have a lot of baggage.
オーロ借りるわ。壊さないよう返すんだよ。
Sylvie ended up dragging me along, and we somehow ended up airborne in her helicopter, which is quite loud.
What? Every day's tough when you tag along with royalty.
Remember, you're in a helicopter.
I don't think I'm specifically saying it to Sylvie, though.
申し訳ない。シルビー様はあまりわがままはおっしゃらないのですが、一度言い出すと急に頑固で。
Okay, apparently everybody else is also ignoring the fact that we're in a helicopter, so
No,
whatever.
listen. We just went to stealth mode.
まあ何もする予定がないようでしたら、移動中のおしゃべりの相手になるくらいよろしいじゃありませんの。
Okay, it is very clear to me that nobody in this has actually been in a helicopter.
Whoa. So loud.
It is very loud.
So loud. Yeah, I guess it's fine.
I had been asleep until half an hour ago, and now I was flying through the sky. Hopefully this isn't one of those falling dreams. The whiplash from highs to lows was enough to make me dizzy in various senses.
ありがとう、オーラ。
Just whatever you do, do not lean your head against the side.
お礼と言ってはなんだけど、お昼ご飯は何でもごちそうするわ。何が食べたい？
In that case, treat me to something outstanding that even royalty has a tough time getting their hands on. That'll make my eyeballs pop out of my head.
さらっと強欲ですわね。
It doesn't cost anything just to suggest, after all.
If I phrased it that way, then I'd probably get to try something much more impressive than some high-grade sushi or massive steak.
難しいわね。キャビア、フォアグラ、トリュフなんかは食べ飽きておりますし。
I mean, a lot of that's the garbage parts of the food.
They're like, wait, don't we still have the last living northern golden peacock in reserve?
単純に一番美味しいもの。メロンパンは日本人のオーロは驚かないわよね。
She's like the cookie monster of melon bread.
難問ですわ。
The princesses were stumped. Maybe I had been a little mean and I should just concede to eating sushi. But I bet if I kept quiet, I'd get to eat something I ordinarily never would.
僭越ながら、
何かある？
私が以前とある国に国防関連の話し合いに行った時出されたものが条件に当てはまるかと。
The flesh of your enemies?
Oh, what was it like?
面白そうですわね。
Ella-san seemed like quite the upper-class lady herself, so this gave me high hopes.
はい。猿の脳みそです。頭を器にして出されて、私も目が飛び出るほど驚きましたし、猿の目玉も飛び出ていました。
Chilled monkey brains. Bad dates.
Sushi, let's go with sushi.
Haven't watched that movie in a long time.
Oh, me neither, man. Sushi's tasty.
気に入ってくれてよかった。
Following their interview, I had them treat me to sushi for lunch. And although I called it lunch, it was already past 2. Is it? It looks way past... Okay. It was past 4 by the time we made it back into town. Okay.
Okay, maybe that's where we are now.
You know what? That was my bad. I was overthinking it.
I mean, I'm still the one who gets a little bit annoyed at that caliente being open until 2600 hours.
I'm still betting that that has to do with it just being like, we're open till 2 a.m.
That's not how it works, though.
I know.
I can't believe we went all the way to Aomori in such a short time.
大間のマグロ、確かに大変な美味でしたわ。日本は料理が侮れませんわね。エル、落ち込んでる？
I don't like fish.
申し訳ありません。恥ずかしいところを。
The boss sure was shocked when he spat it out all of a sudden.
食べたのは魚肉のはずなのに、口の中で溶けるような感じがしてつい。
Hey, good sushi will do that. She was apparently surprised by the tuna's mouthfeel. Advertisements would often note how some foods would melt in your mouth, but the sensation was quite bizarre once you experienced it firsthand. It was almost like eating gel. Or jello.
まあ、とにかく。どうだったかしら、オーロ。今日一日いただいちゃった形になったけれど、満足してもらえた？
Oh, this is just the beginning, Sylvie. We got a whole route to go down.
Absolutely. Thanks for everything, Sylvie.
It had cost me a full day trip to earn this high-class sushi. But in the end, I got to eat something truly incredible. For that matter, getting to fly around in a helicopter with 3 gorgeous women was a pretty sweet deal.
豚のお返しはできたみたいね。
Oh, been a while since we've had that.
It feels very disproportionate, if you ask me. This was actually my first time having non-rotating sushi. And that's what it's like.
回らない寿司
Yeah.
Well, I know where we're going next.
逆説的ですが、日本には回転するお寿司があるのですか？
Yeah. What do you think it means?
お寿司がくるくる回るということ？でも今日食べたものも回るといえば回るわよね。あの小ささだし、切り分ける前のマグロは大きすぎて回りそうにないけれど。
市松殿の話からするに、回転する寿司というのはいささか安物を指すようです。今日のような希少品であれば回して遊ぶわけにはいきませんが、逆にくるくる回して食べる安物があるということでは。
お姉様、エロいな。甘いですわね。これは言葉遊びというものですわ。ズバリ、回るとはお寿司ではなくお客。客が回りながら食べねばならないお寿司屋さんがあるのですわ。
Actually, it's more like musical chairs.
I'll be honest, for a split second, I thought Mina was gonna be like, right? And then I was like, oh no, she's just as stupid.
It's even funnier if she's just totally off base, but in a different way.
なるほど。
Definitely the sort of idea a ballerina like Mina-chan would come up with.
でしょう。
Look, you're all wrong. Look, that's what I was talking about.
Ain't that cute, but it's wrong! I pointed toward the shop we just so happened to pass by.
こっぱ寿司？
あら、看板に書いてありますわね。回転寿司チェーン。回転寿司というお寿司があるの？
It means it's served on a conveyor belt. You pick it up as it goes around and eat it.
Ella-san was right in that it was cheap, though.
ああ、面白そう。
No, I mean, I actually like...
我々まだまだ日本のことは勉強不足のようですわ。
I don't think I've ever been to a place that actually has it.
Weirdly enough, the first place I ever went that had conveyor belt sushi was in, like... Actually, you know what? It would have been like the Paris airport or something stupid like that.
Weird.
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah, I mean, one of the top 5 questions commoners love to ask celebrities is if they've heard of conveyor belt sushi. So, this would make for a valuable experience.
ちょっと寄っていきましょうか。お腹が空いたわ。
Oh my
Yeah, of
god.
course you are.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Sylvie.
There she goes. To reiterate, it was a little past 4 o'clock and we had just had lunch 2 hours prior.
She's hungry?
お姉様の胃袋なら仕方ありませんわ。
困ったものです。今夜は夕飯をどうするか未定なのでいいのですが。
あら、
Ah.
What's up?
She came back sounding frustrated.
話が違うじゃない。お寿司全然回ってないわ。
Okay, did you just completely tune out for the latter part of that explanation?
Huh?
なんですの？ゲロ、嘘をつきましたの？
Why would I lie about something like that?
What was going on? I peeked in through the window.
Oh, I get it.
There was a conveyor belt in the shop, but the sushi itself wasn't revolving. Instead, the revolving carousel contained photos of their offering, which allowed customers to order what they wanted to eat electronically.
I guess conveyor belt sushi isn't nearly as popular as it used to be. And they don't put the food on the carousel directly anymore. Actually, so I've been to places like within the last month where they do it. Well, I've been to places within the last week that they do. So
Huh.
that's at least something.
All right. Food would eventually dry out and become inedible, so everything was made to order. Most of their clientele would be during peak meal times, so there was no real reason to put out food when it was only 4 in the afternoon.
Yeah, that's actually pretty fair. It's sad to think about, but conveyor belt sushi will probably disappear in the next 10 years or so. I'm glad I make a joke about celebrities getting asked about conveyor belt sushis while it's still relevant.
なぜおじいちゃんみたいな顔してますの？
わかりません。
You whippersnappers. Our conversation continued until we made it back to the dorm. Mina-chan returned to her room, leaving the 3 of us alone.
どうせだからお夕飯も一緒していい？
Oh, I guess she didn't actually eat any of the sushi.
We don't know that she didn't actually.
Yeah, fair.
If that's okay with you.
了解しました。そのように。
Elle-san likely had to notify someone from the estate and made a phone call. And then...
ういっす。あ、シルビー、いたんだ。朝からオールをお借りしちゃったわ。
we had another guest. I bet she was going to join us for dinner too. But it still wasn't even 5 o'clock. That was a little early for dinner, so the 4 of us killed time together.
I don't know. Old man Ouro sounded like he was about ready for the early bird special in the previous scene.
今日はどんな仕事してきたの？
Yeah, I'm curious about that too. What was the deal with that interview?
Before we flew to Aomori, Sylvie had spent around half an hour talking to this reporter-looking person at some hotel. It sounded more like a conversation than an interview, especially when there was another party present and they were prattling on about nothing. Additionally, her conversation partner was not what I was expecting.
Who was that older man?
おっさん？
It was some old guy they brought on with them. Well, I say he's old. He's probably middle age.
Even if she were to have a conversation with an older man, it would have made sense if he had been dressed in a proper suit or had a more refined air to him. However, he looked like he had walked straight out of some factory.
私の恩人よ。確かにもうおじいさまってお年だったけれど、これを作ってる工場の技師さん。
She retrieved something from inside the bag she had Elle-san carry. It looked like some sort of tool? It was made from iron and had a bent tip with a hole at the end that could be used as a ratchet.
ああ、調律用のハンマー。愛用品よ。
I thought we were your favorite tool.
You know I was gonna make that joke.
A piano tool, huh?
これを作ってらっしゃる工場の職人さん。愛用品なのだけど、メイドインジャパンなの。それで、技師さんにお会いできないかって思って、今日はお時間をいただいたというわけ。
Tradesman?
階段は後で文章にも起こされますが、映像としても撮ってあるので、この後編集したものが送られてきます。今日は日本では職人の方々をねぎらう日だそうで、それに合わせた形ですね。
Makes sense.
勤労感謝スペシャルってことか。
Let me see.
Sylvie handed me the device. Although I had heard of them, I never held a tuning hammer before. It had a wooden handle with a hole at the end of the metallic shaft.
How does it work again? You put the screw that tugs on the piano string through this hole to adjust it?
簡単に言うとね。ほら、ここを見て。
She gestured toward the metal hole at the end of the instrument. I could tell the cavity was octagonal.
ここで四角いチューニングピンを噛んで固定して、弦の高さを調整していくのだけれど、その時、ここがどれだけ正確に四角形であるかが大事なの。普通のハンマーは型があって、鋳造で作ることがほとんどなんだけれど、 この製品はなんと細い刀でちょっとずつ形を削いで成形していくのよ。ミリ単位で切り揃えていくことで誤差 0.01 ミリの形が出来上がるというわけ。
Casting can cause metal to swell and contract, so this sphere generally has to deal with about a full millimeter margin of error, right?
正直それでもいいんだけどね。チューニングするには誤差1ミリくらいはありだから。でも実際にこっちを使ってみると全然グラグラしないから癖になっちゃって、もう元のハンマーには戻れないわ。何よりこの精密なハンマーで調整したと思うと音に自信が出てピアノを気持ちよく弾けるようになるな。今では私の自信っていうか皆さんにおすすめしたいですね。もう手放せません。
My name is Sylvie, and this is my favorite hammer on the Citadel.
I decided to ignore the fact that that last bit sounded straight out of a TV shopping program. Kinda did. Most importantly,
シルビーって自分で調律するんだね。
Yeah, aren't there people trained to tune pianos professionally?
shoot, that's an art in and of itself. That caught my interest. Oh, I know where this is going.
Compared to a guitar, pianos are a huge hassle to tune since they have around 200 or so strings. I've also heard it's rare for anyone to do it themselves.
Not to mention the extremely high tension that those strings are under.
詳しいですね。
Just because I know someone who plays guitar.
そうね。ピアノの調律を演奏者本人がやることはあまりないわ。技術的なこともあるけど、ピアノの静音はどうしても機材のある調律師さんに頼るから、普段の調律も任せないと信頼関係に響くしね。
That was another way of looking at it, one I hadn't foreseen.
でもやっぱり私は自分でやるのが好きなの。自分で締めた弦の張りや遊びの方が演奏していて楽しいから。おー、なんかプロの意見っぽい。
技術的な観点からも、シルビー様は並の調律師よりよほど優れておられるとのことです。経験も音感もですね。
Sense of pitch. That reminded me.
That reminded me. I'm a good pitcher. Do you have perfect pitch, Sylvie?
She replied nonchalantly.
おー。
Whoa.
なに二人とも。
Don't worry about it. Perfect pitch gives Japanese people this strangely romantic impression.
貴様のリズムを理解した。この能力が支配する。
What? My body won't move.
踊れ！パーフェクトピッチ！
Impossible. Not after I've mastered dark matter.
ダークマター、恐ろしい敵だった。みたいな。
Like I said, don't worry about it.
Perfect pitch, dark matter, perfect memory, and lucid dreaming. The aesthetics of these terms would provoke anyone's delusions of grandeur.
あ、ねえねえシルビー。
Oop. Raina patted the floor. Oh, I thought it was Rhea banging on the wall again.
今のはレのフラット。なぜ絶対音感があるというと、みんな同じことをするのかしら。
Yeah, I don't know why stomping on the ground would be the first instinct. Whistle a random note or something.
That's awesome. Perfect pitch, huh?
別にすごいことではないわ。訓練で誰でも得られることだし、結局演奏に使うのは相対音感だけよ。
I have heard that.
Something like how perfect pitch is useless for getting a grasp of acoustics of a venue or the instrument you're playing.
But still, perfect pitch, like this, is more potent, yeah?
字面で勝ってるよね。
Yeah.
二人ともよくわからないわ。
She forced a smile.
あ、というかオーロ、あなたにはこのこと昔話したはずよ。
You see, you have perfect pitch. We have selective hearing.
No, we have selective memory.
Can it be both?
Huh?
昔、どんな音でも音階でわかるって何度も説明したわ。
Okay, we've established we don't remember shit.
覚えてないのね。もう、何度も何度も説明したのに。
Sorry, but I was still just a little kid who didn't understand what you meant by scale back then.
I thought we were talking about fish.
そうね。それに思い出した。私、それで相馬くんと仲良くなったんだったわ。
Aha, things are beginning to overlap.
相馬くん？
シルビー様の古いご友人。市松殿にとってもでしたね。
Yeah. You got close to him thanks to your perfect pitch?
相馬くんもあったのよ。絶対音感。
Makes sense.
Huh? Oh, really?
Rhea had a skill like that? Even so, it was less than surprising due to her usual ambience.
懐かしいな。二人でよく遊んだわ。音階の当てっこしたり、逆に外させっこしたり。絶対音感同士にのみ成立する遊びがあるんだね。二人だけの秘密の信号も決めているのよ。
She just fires off one of the signals and Rhea comes busting into the room like, what?
当時、楽団派に入ることになって不安だった私が、ピアノを弾くのを恐れなくなったのは、相馬くんのおかげね。
Sylvie looked a little lonesome.
相馬くんの方は、音感だけでなく耳も良くて、だからよく苦しんでたっけな。
苦しむとは？
絶対音感というのはね、音を脳が勝手に分析してしまって、だから雑踏なんかでも勝手に音を音階分けしてしまうの。だからたまに気分が悪くなるのよ。いろんな音が混ざったり、音の波長が狂ったりすると。ああ、聞いたことある。雨の日はそれで辛い人多いみたいね。
Ah, okay. That explains a lot.
私はいいの。無視できる程度だから、よっぽど変な音が混ざらない限り平気。でも、相馬くんは私より耳がいいし、感覚も鋭敏なのね。よく苦しんでた。定期的に鳴る電子音とか、気が狂いそうになるって。
For real? This was news to me.
今もまだ苦しんでるのかしら。なんとかしてあげたいのだけれど。
Sylvie's expression turned unusually meek as she looked to the ground. It went without saying who was on her mind. Sylvie really wanted to see Rhea again, didn't she? In reality, she was most likely in the next room over at that very moment. The fact that I couldn't tell her made me feel immensely guilty.
Ma, 今でも耳はいいままだな。お隣の会話も丸聞こえなくらい。
Oh no, that means that she probably heard every single novel we were playing.
Probably yes.
頭お
Yeah.
かしくなりそうなのは一緒だけど。盗み聞きにはちょうどいいから、プラマイゼロだ。な気にするなよ、シルビー。
You know, this is gonna be really bad later.
Mm-hmm.
In,
お
in
腹空い
Sylvie's
て
route.
きた。そろそろご飯にしよっか。
Well, Reina's hungry, and you know what? So am I. So I think I'm gonna call it quits for here.
Alright, sounds good. I think I'm gonna order a pizza.
Oh man, dang. I really do wonder at what point Rhea and Sylvie are going to meet up and reconnect, because I mean, we're dancing around it. So it's gotta happen.
And like that has to get solved for the rest to move on, I think. So
Well, and it's interesting because I know off camera we had talked that there is a depressing route. And it makes me wonder if we might be on the depressing route.
yeah, actually.
Little antsy about that.
It's the only thing I've been spoiled about with this game is that one of the routes is depressing.
Yeah. So,
And there's 5 of them?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
So I don't know which one. Actually, you know what? I can almost narrow it down to 4 because probably usually you're not going to make the side route.
the depressing
that.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, because like normally you put effort into a depressing route, and I mean this game's got good reviews. It's better than most games, but like there's a
Yeah.
lot of games the side route has very little effort put into it. So you know maybe it is, but it's just I wouldn't expect it to be.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see what happens, and I guess for everybody watching, hold on to your butts. It might be a teary ride. We'll find out.
Yep.
But for now, we are the Bridge Boys, signing off.